Hi there, and welcome to EDDL 5131, um, Educational Media, within the Graduate Certificate in Online Teaching and Learning. My name's Keith Webster, and I'll be the facilitator for this course. I've been with the program at Thompson Rivers since it started about well over 10 years ago. So I'd like to introduce myself. I live in Victoria. My day job is at Royal Roads University, where I'm the Associate Director for Learning Technologies. In my background, I've been an educational technologist and an instructional designer. I was at the University of Victoria for some time, moved to Royal Roads about 7 years ago or so. Um, Before that, I taught at an officer training school in the Canadian Forces. I had a short stint teaching high school. And I've taught in the Faculty of Education at the University of Victoria and at Royal Roads. But actually the bulk of my post-secondary teaching has been at Thompson Rivers. In my spare time, I like to get out hiking and camping in the summer, skiing in the winter. Um, I live with my family here in Victoria. My two kids are both out of high school now. One's at University of Victoria, one's at Camosun College. Um, and that's my situation here. This course, I think you're going to find, is a really interesting and beneficial addition to what you've been learning either in the certificate program or in the Master of Education program. It is about pedagogically beneficial media. And so that's a key angle that we are always emphasizing in this course is how do you integrate media into your teaching in a way that's beneficial for the students, in a way that's going to actually progress learning, make a difference. We focus on educator produced media, not perfect, good enough, just in time. Media that you can create to solve the next problem. It's easy to move from that to refine and make effective media that you're going to want to keep for years on end, or to produce in partnership with others that you're going to share. But it's important to be able to produce what you need. So we will focus on finding, altering, remixing, revising, and creating media. That means we're going to use a lot of tools that are free. We're going to look at sources of media that you can use without breaking any copyright or any other licensing, and that you can then alter, change to make them work for you. We're going to focus on student produced media because that is a solid way of having learners demonstrate what they've learned, expressing what they've learned. We're going to have a series of assignments and activities in this course that are going to focus on taking the theory of educational media around what is effective, how do things work, and applying that theory in media that you have found and then put forward as part of a lesson, in media that you alter, or media that you produce yourself. So you will be coming out of this course with a portfolio in which you have made or mashed up many pieces of media, and then integrated those pieces of media in a lesson so that they are useful towards a specific learning outcome that you've identified. So in this course, you're going to have a few different platforms to work through. You'll get a chance to, or you will already have looked at them perhaps, but you will get a chance to look at them. We have a Moodle site like every other course at Thompson Rivers University. We mostly use that for some communications features like web conferencing. And it's also where you'll submit submit assignments and where you'll get feedback on those assignments. But the actual place where you're going to create and display work that you've done is in your portfolio. And so we do most of our work in a platform called Commons in a Box Open Lab, which is based on WordPress, but it creates a community site. And this community site has been uh, configured to work well as a community of practice for learning. And so you will each have your own portfolio. Some of you already have them. And there'll be a site that is the course site where there's content, where there's a discussion area, where there are discussion questions, um, etc. And so this is important, but you will discover this. And if there are any issues around getting your portfolio going, there are tutorials, and you can also just let me know. We're going to have hopefully a couple of different synchronous sessions for people to introduce themselves, ask questions, that sort of thing. Um, you will have the opportunity then to learn a little more in depth about the assignments, ask any questions there, as well as any questions you might have about the different platforms. Anyway, I'm really looking forward to this coming semester. This is a really interesting course. I've added a few more readings or replaced some readings. There's been some interesting work done in the last few years around video produced by instructors, around how to effectively use online text in your courses. So there is still new stuff being produced, and we've managed to get much of it into the course. Looking forward to talking to you soon, and I think you're going to really have a great time. Thanks.